you're a husband and you've got a wife, please bring your wife here. This topic today is centered for people in relationships, people aspiring to get into relationships, people that desire to have healthy relationships. Please, you're welcome. Encourage each other. Tag your friends, tag your couple of friends. This is a very sensitive topic which will not be discussed at church couples meetings. It will not be discussed at any meeting. This is specifically for Kiditeng children, because this girl is gonna dish it to you the way it is, according to what the educated people who specializes in this department of sex between couples of opposite sides. So when I talk about couples and relationships, I'm talking of husband, wives. I'm not talking of any couple. If it can help you, watch it. If you're happy with this video, please subscribe on my YouTube channel and like my page. And once again, welcome. And today, I will not waste much of your time. Let's talk about it. What is it? Last week we said we were talking about why is it, what makes our men cheat? And I gave you so many reasons why men cheat. Some of the reasons have got nothing to do with women. Some of the reasons have got a lot to do with them as men. But today we are talking about when these men cheat, where do they go? I remember last week a guy by the name of Harris challenged me and says, Jean, you say it's Women's Month. You're empowering women. Again, Happy Women's Month to all the ladies watching. If you had never been wished a Happy Women's Month, this is coming from another girl to you all over the world. Happy Women's Month, ladies. If anyone hasn't wished you that. So we are empowering each other. When our husbands cheat, where do they go? Whom do they go to? Exactly. Side chicks, prostitutes. And what is a prostitute? A prostitute is a woman. Who is a side chick? A side chick is a woman. So when our husbands, our spouses, the people we are in relationships with cheat on us, they go to other women. But, as we get on into this video, you shall learn more. Where exactly? Is it only women they go to? Or there are other places? What is research saying? What are the counselors meeting with? What are the challenges couple facing right now in our generation? This is what we are talking about. Again, encouraging each other to stay in healthy, happy relationships, to love each other for a long time. As our vows say, till death do you apart. This is why we are having channels. This is why we are having talks like this. Motivations for couples through learning, motivation for young couples through wisdom, motivation for young couples through knowledge. Sometimes we destroy our marriages due to lack of knowledge. So if you love me and like what we are doing, you subscribe to our YouTube channel, you subscribe to this page. And this is your girl, Jean Kiditeng Chirenje. And today we are talking about, I will first address, where do our husbands go to? Ladies, I've been researching. Thank you. A big shout out to my sponsors who are sponsoring this video. Thank you so much, my sponsors. Thank you so much for all the costs that are involved. Ladies, for this research to be done, please send some hearts and some likes for our sponsors, because you have to pay money. You can't just go meet a prostitute. You can't just go meet these educated people to ask them questions that I'll be asking them. You can't just go meet a prostitute without paying her money, because to a prostitute, every minute is money to her. She will tell you, Jean, you are making me lose money. I should be with a client. So thank you so much, and a big shout out to my sponsors who sponsored me to have the opportunity to meet these beautiful women. It's women like us. It's women like you and me. And for those that just insult prostitute, you don't know. A prostitute is just a person who engages in sexual activity for payment. So it's any person who engages in sexual activity for payment. In return of payment. Welcome to my channel. We are talking about why our men cheat. We spoke about it last week. Now we are talking about where do they go. And I'm I'm starting with prostitutes, and I'm explaining to you who is a prostitute. Next time, before you call someone a prostitute, please understand the definition of a prostitute. A prostitute is a person who engages in sexual activity in return for payment. So it's actually a career. So these women are they look like you and me. If you are a lady, hello, they look like you and me. For me, at first, when I was doing this research, I was so scared. I was so scared to meet like maybe some weird women or some different. I was so shocked. They are women like you and me. They talk the way we talk. The only difference is like it depends. They told me when I was having an interview with them, they told me, Jin, Kiditeng, they call me whichever name they feel like. You ask me, I'm going to tell you. Because I asked her, what is it that made you get into this environment or what? She told me, I'm an educated woman. She actually, the first lady I spoke to, like I said on this channel, I do not mention names. Even if I know who is hooked to who is addicted to which prostitute, I will not share names because I signed a confidentiality for not sharing names. So on this channel, we do not bash the people that goes to prostitutes because I'll be affecting their business. Like I said, these ladies, they are into business. Some of them are educated, very educated. The other one I spoke to, she actually had an honors degree. She couldn't proceed because she failed to secure employment in South Africa. And there are all types of prostitutes. Like I said, prostitute is just a term that is used, but it just means someone who engages in sexual activity in return for payment. So there are a variety, ladies. I want you to know, not that I'm bashing you. Get my point first. I'm going to describe where do our men go. Then I will tell you from what I've learned, what is it that we can do to stop our husband from going there. So each part of this video is sectioned. So bear with me, bear with me. It's not that I'm supporting prostitutes or I'm discouraging them or I'm against them or what. I'm just giving it to you as a presenter. I'm your girl and I love to give you the facts, the knowledge and the wisdom so that women in marriages, women in relationships, you are empowered. You know what really happens outside. For me, if it wasn't for this research, I was never going to have the opportunity to have met a prostitute or a prostitutes. So these women, they are very beautiful women. Some of them are young. They come in all shapes and sizes, just like us women. The way God created us, that's how these women are. They are women also. Prostitutes, some of them, when I refer to women, they're women prostitutes. They are women who are created by God, and they chose that career for so many reasons, which I'm not going to talk about today because I'm not highlighting them. So I'm not going to be telling you why they get into these ventures, but I want to tell you who they are. So if you think you are Madam, Mrs. Educated, you have got a PhD, you have got a doctorate, your husband cannot tell you anything because he cannot get someone like you out there. My sister, prostitutes are educated women, accountants. Some of them, they are part-time prostitutes. They work in corporate environments full-time and part-time. They are prostitutes. So they take these prostitutes as their part-time businesses. Amen, sister? So don't underestimate prostitutes. When your husband is going out with a prostitute or you find out he's having a relationship with a prostitute, never underestimate a prostitute. Some of these prostitutes, especially where I was doing my research in South Africa, they are educated, beautiful women. Some of them with full-time executive jobs. When I mean executive jobs, I'm talking of people who earns above 50,000 a month. But still, they decide to be prostitutes. Please share this page. Let a lot of people come, especially women, and learn. Never underestimate or think that because you are married, you have got this title, you are better than a prostitute outside. Prostitutes are educated, beautiful women with good jobs. Some of them have got beautiful houses. I'll give you example. I met someone, one of the prostitutes I met, She lives in Camps Bay. If you know Camps Bay, it's one of the nice places in South Africa, Cape Town. It's one of the places where the famous artists, the famous footballers, and the famous people, when they visit South Africa, they go and stay in Camps Bay because it is beautiful. And this prostitute lady stays in Camps Bay. And my sister with this ring, where are you staying? Somewhere, ne? In a flat, 2-bedroom, and you are busy harassing your husband. And your husband is being chauffeured in a posh car. They drive nice cars. So women, I'm empowering you to know that never underestimate prostitutes. This is where our husbands go to. Not all of them are poor. Yes, I've met the poor of the poorest prostitutes. Some of them, I'll give you an example. If you are in South Africa, if you know Cape Town, if you know Brooklyn, around Brooklyn, there is a place called Red Zone. Red Zone, they are there during the day, during the morning, any time of the day. The prostitutes are opening, they are selling their services to their clients. Those are not the prostitutes we are competing with. Remember, the higher your title your husband is, or the more respected your husband is in society, this society you are living in, he will never go for low prostitutes or low paid prostitutes. Your husband is not going to pick someone from the streets where people can easily identify him. So what does he do? He go on website. Ladies, there are millions and millions of websites. For example, in South Africa, in UK, in America, everywhere, in each city of America, there are websites. Internationally, Australia, London, we have done research. There are websites, millions of websites of prostitutes, where your husband just Google nearer to him. He can easily find a prostitute, an escort, or anyone to spend the time. If he visits Cape Town, he just Google. If he wants an Indian one, he wants a colored one, he wants a black one, he wants any type that he wants, he describes it and searches. And to make it worse, ladies, there are agents, like employment agents. There is also employment agents for prostitutes that you contact her. You tell her what type of a woman you want. You may think, I want to be slim, I want to be slender. Ladies, I met prostitutes that are huge, big, massive. Whilst you are busy banting, you to lose weight, your husband or your partner, not all of them again, let's not generalize, is busy looking for someone big, bigger than you. You think you are fat. They are looking for someone bigger than you. They are looking for big boobs. They are looking for big bums. You want to lose weight. You are complaining, hey, I've gained weight, I've gained weight. My sister, be grateful. If you lose weight, he might leave you for losing that weight because it's a big change to him. When you lose weight, do you consult your partner? When you started this banting, are you in this together? This is one thing I'm also going to be talking before the end of the video because I'm empowering you ladies. But I want you to have a rough, a highlight or understanding of what we mean by prostitutes and what type of women are we talking about. So like I said, they range with prices and they offer every service. Ladies, every service a man can need can be offered. I was shocked to hear some men are just paying to go ask for someone to say, call her with a name. For example, if her name is Kiditeng, Kiditeng, make a cup of coffee for me. Now, bring it to me. Kneel down. And the prostitute, because she has been paid a service, so whether it's sexual or non-sexual, she will do whatever that man requires. So some men, they actually go out for submission, to look for a woman who can just submit. So, ladies, it's not just sexual. So they said that those prostitutes told me some men, they can pay you as much as 3,000 rands. 3,000 rands, guys, if you can work it out in US dollars or in pounds. That's a lot of money. Just to give you demands or ask you, make a cup of coffee for me. Bend down for me. They don't want to touch you. So our husbands, our partners, sometimes they don't even go to these women to have sexual intimacy with them or to get services. We think as women they are lacking. No, sometimes they're just going to get respect. Sometimes the other prostitute said he just comes, he wants me to untie his shoe. He says, he opens the door and says, when I enter, he gives instructions. I want you to treat me by removing my shoes, my jacket, my tie, my pants, everything, remove everything, strip me naked. Look at the fantasies our husbands have. Whilst we are busy thinking, many need this, many need this, some they just need to be appreciated, welcomed, remove the tie, remove his jacket, remove his belt, and pack it. Here we are in the house. Hey, say, everyone is tired. We are both coming from work. You must pack your things. Put your tie on his place. Put your trouser. Put your shoes. You know where he's supposed to go. He can pay a minimum of 3,000 rands to have someone do that for him. And he says, switch on the TV for me. That prostitute will switch on the TV. And he says, make a cup of coffee for me. The prostitute will do that. When the time is up, prostitutes work with time, ladies. If it's 1 hour with your partner, it's 1 hour. If it's 30 minutes service, it's 30 minutes service. Our partners are paying for that. So sometimes it's just respect. Sometimes it's just sexual needs. They say, I asked the other one, I said, so what type of clients? Who are your clients like? Do just tell me roughly. I do have names. I do have access to names. But because the purpose of this video is not to shame anyone, some of the people are in high positions. And because of the nature of their positions, they do not want to shame, like I said. They still love their wives, and they do not want to shame their wives, which is us, their spouses, their partners. They just go there to get certain services, which we as wives in the house say, this I will never do to you. If you want to go out, you can go. She says that men, and I'm going to say it, men of the cloth, a respected man of the cloth, just go for that service. And you, my sister, you listen to the pastor's wife. I'm not saying don't listen to pastor's wives. Listen to them. But do what they say do. But do not listen when they tell you there are limits in the bedroom. You are not married to a pastor's wives. You are not married to anyone. You are married to your husband. Do what your husband wants. If your husband wants you to do it, do it. Because if you don't, he's gonna go and get it. So even the pastor's wives, their husbands are cheating and they do not know. They are the ones, I'm telling you from what I've spoken, there is not even one prostitute who had never had an encounter with a man of God. And the other one, he told me the funny thing, after she had completed the sexual services to this man of God, the man of God wanted this prostitute to repent. And I was like, wow, wow. He really had the guts after getting the services. Now he's done, he's a fool. He wanted the prostitute to repent. She says, I told him, no, don't change me, don't move me from my career. I still wanted to serve someone like you. I actually laughed. So, ladies, this thing, like I said last week, don't think because she's a higher elder, she's a Mrs. Pastor, she's an evangelist, she's what? Prostitutes have got high profile clients. These are the same people who touch our heads. These are the same people who pray for us. Not all of them, but I'm just letting you know. So that when you kneel down before them and you don't kneel for your husband, think about it. If they can go look for services, whilst they still touch your head. And also, this generation we are in, I want you ladies to learn to pray on yourself. Learn to pray on yourself. Learn to pray, to be prayerful. Don't rely on anyone. Don't rely on pastor. Don't rely on Mama Fundis. Rely on God and Jesus Christ, his son. Because what I heard shocked me. That these men that are touching our heads and giving us anointing, are also the highest people paying, the expensive ones. The expensive prostitutes have got appointments. Some of them, they said, we keep asking them, why do you keep coming back? Because he says at home, the wife is always in prayerful mood. Even the night dress is for prayer. Everything in the bedroom is prayer. Even in the night dress, that wife says, that man says, even my wife's night dress is a prayer night dress. Like I said last week, it's good to be prayerful. It's good to have a good relationship with God. But don't forget that marriage on its own is a ministry. You are ministering in your marriage. It's a ministry on its own. God ordained marriage. So it's a ministry. Respect it. Honor it. Honor the person you are married to. So that it doesn't go to these prostitutes. Because the people that are touching our heads, that are teaching us other things, are going to pay. They are taking the money we are paying for tithe. They are taking it to go pay for services. Because as far as I'm concerned, where do they get the money to pay for services? Those professional prostitutes are expensive. They range from 3,000 rands, 1.5. The cheap ones you find, for example, in cheap places, they're the ones you can pay for 50 rands. This is also another thing that touched me, ladies. Sexual workers are willing to accept 50 rands for a BJ for big term. You know what that means? A BJ. They pay, you can pay 50 rands. And you are my sister saying, I will never give him that. I will never do that. You will never do that. It costs you 50 rands, my sister. A sexual intimacy with a prostitute, it's as cheap as 100 rands, my sister. If he goes for the lowest prostitutes, I'm giving you rates. Here in Europe, they range from 50 pounds, 10 pounds. If you get desperate ones that are hooked to drugs, you can pay as little as 10 pounds for a BJ. Like $10, $5. You can get a service. What am I saying? I'm saying women, it's our month. Let's be empowered. Things you can do. We're allowing him to take money outside for a service that I can offer. Let that money come in the house now. Let it stay in the house. BJ, ladies, I'm telling you, BJ, you know what it is. If you are a woman, we have been to kitchen party. We all know what a BJ is. As for men, they know what a BJ is. BJ stands for blowjob. You can get it for 50 rands, $5, 10 US or 5 US. Your husband can get it just like that. So it's not special. So what am I saying? Women, let's be wise. If I can do it with pleasure. And the other thing I asked these ladies, I say, so tell me, because we at home, for someone like me, we do these things, but why do they keep still coming to you? She says, the other husband said, my wife, she does it, but I can see when she's doing it, she's spitting on a cloth. She does it. She's spitting on a cloth. She does it. She's spitting on a cloth. Her face, when she's doing it to me, it shows she's disgusted. I look like disgusting to him. She's not enjoying it. She's just doing it for the sake that I'm doing it. My dear ladies, so when we are in that big house at our homes, ladies, young girls that wants to get married, marriage is not easy. Marriage is a full-time work. They even look at our facial expressions. Ladies, I learned that. Whatever you are doing, your husband is studying your face. He can tell. They say, those prostitutes say your husbands can tell if you are doing it wholeheartedly or if you are doing it for fake or if you don't mean it. He can see with your face. They say now, ladies, husbands knows. Even if you mourn for fake, your husband can tell you are faking. But the prostitutes, because they are giving a service and they wanted the customer to come back. I'm telling you, those prostitutes, one thing I learned about them, they know how to retain customers. They are serious about making sure that your husband comes back. So when they do, when that prostitute, she's dealing with your husband, she makes sure your husband will come back for the same service. Which means from her emotions, facial expression, the way she does it, everything, she puts it. Even though your husband knows that this prostitute does not love her, but the prostitute does it with all her heart. Compared to us married women, compared to us pastors' wives, compared to us bishops' wives, compared to us evangelists' wives, compared to us elders' wives and deacons' wives. Our face, our expression, the men can see we are faking it. So what do? Faking is as good. They said, that lady said, it's as good as taking my money and getting paid by someone that I know. She's gonna fake, but she's gonna give me 100% service. So this is where they overpower us. They overpower us because they give 100% service. We are faking. Our facial expression looks like we are irritated. Your husband is like disgusting to you. But they ladies, she says, when your husband, she says, Kiditeng, when your husband comes to me, from my welcoming him, he's my high client. I give him the best service. Like the one I went to in Camps Bay. Ladies, you don't tell me about a clean house. You don't tell me. That house is like a mansion. I'm telling you, if a man goes there, you'd want to go back there again. No wonder she's in that business. Because she retains a customer. With the welcome she gave me, a woman who was going to interview her. And I paid for her time. Those people don't play with money, people. I paid to talk to her. I had to pay for 1 hour to talk to her and ask questions and write as fast. And she kept on reminding me, you are left with 30 minutes. You are left with 40 minutes. You are left with 10 minutes. You are left with 5 minutes. Unless if you are willing to pay more. I'm like, no, my sister, I can't. My budget is tight. And the other thing, ladies, which I've learned with these women prostitutes. So our husbands are running away from us for experiments. They are going to these women for experiments. The other one, he told me a guy was getting married. I got all the information. He was getting married to a virgin, a girl. And he didn't have much experience and he lacked confidence. So this young man, a lobola was paid, wedding ring were ringing. So young girls, be aware. You are dealing with guys that have come from prostitutes who knows everything. Aunties, sisters, teach your girls, teach your young women. The word of God says, old women, teach young women how to manage their homes. Everyone that is watching, teach your young girls how to manage these husbands. Tell them marriage is just not what they do when they're boyfriend and girlfriend. It's different because you're living with each other daily and variety is needed. Exposure is needed. Please invite me for kitchen party. If you are hosting kitchen parties, invite me. What I've learned, ladies, I'm willing to share with you. But because my sponsors give me limited time, I only have got 1 hour. So whatever I do, I keep checking my time. I only have got 1 hour. So I can't tell you everything, ladies. But if my sponsor keeps sponsoring it, or you keep sharing this video, then I will come back with more lessons for you. Like I said, subscribe and like. That's what my sponsors want. So ladies, listen. Our men are going for experience, like I was telling you about that young man who was getting married. He hired a prostitute. He paid this 3,000 rands to learn about what? Different sex positions, how to do it. And the prostitutes are willing to teach our husbands. So sometimes our husbands go to prostitutes because they are scared to come to us with lack of confidence or I don't know, whatever they want. So they go pay prostitutes so that they are taught how to do it. And the prostitutes will direct them the right positions, the right angles. So prostitute says, tell these women, they say, because they ask me, why do you want to know this? I say, I do lives. I'm a blogger. I do lives. I teach women. And this is Women's Month. I want to empower our women. They hate prostitutes, but they don't know the service that you are doing. So they were telling us, we are not your enemies. We are just in the business. Just like any business. Look at us like spa. You are in the house. There is Pick and Pay. There is Spa. There is ShopRite. They are next to each other. We are just providing a service. We don't want your husbands. They said they don't want them full-time. No. All the prostitutes I asked them at the end of the interview, do you want to get married? They said no. They don't want to get married because marriage is full-time work. Ladies, marriage is full-time work. They say the things our husbands demand is too much to stay with him every day. They say it's too much. So they want them for an hour. He pays his money. He goes. You come another one, 30 minutes, you pay your money, you go. So our husbands are going to prostitutes for experiments. I haven't touched the side chick and I'm already running out of time. So some of the things, ladies, that our men go to prostitutes for that I've seen is toys. Ladies, couples, husbands, please, instead of you paying money to go to prostitutes for toys, take your wife. Ladies, do not be ashamed to go to adult world. Go to adult world. Husbands, on a Saturday, tomorrow is Saturday. That's why I do my videos on Friday, so that you are relaxed. 8 p.m. everyone is home. Go on Saturday to adult world. I'm going to do a video, if my sponsor allow me, to get the toys from adult world so that I can show you. Couples, go to adult world. Ladies, you say, hey, this husband doesn't know where to touch me, what. I'll do another topic for men. Why women cheat. Because I'm getting lots of inboxes from women to say I'm only supporting men. I'm not supporting men, but I'm empowering us women. So women, don't be ashamed to say, Abby, sweetie, today let's leave the children. It's you and me. Let's go see what Kiditeng is talking about. Let's go to adult world. Adult world here in South Africa are shops that sells sex toys and sex materials for couples or anyone that wants them. But it's under 18. You must be above 18 years old for you to enter into that shop. Ladies, sex workers, prostitutes have got toys. When I mean toys, I mean handcuffs. Sometimes your husband wants to do it whilst in handcuffs. They've got whips. When I mean whips, you see like my whip, my brush. Our husbands wants to be beaten on his bums whilst doing it. Prostitutes have got big whips. They beat our husbands. Our husbands, I didn't know they want to be beaten. I've learned all. They want you to. Sometimes they want you to smack them with your hand. Smack him. So these are some of the things our husbands are going to prostitutes that we will never know until you meet a video like this one. And I say again, welcome to Kiditeng Jean Kobole Challenge. This is my channel where I'll be sharing, and thanks again to my sponsors, to tell you about sex materials. Don't be fooled that sex toys are not for African people. They're only meant for white people. No, sex toys are for everyone. Some of the things I was wondering, I asked them. So you ladies, these men, you don't have feelings for them. How do you do it? They've got stimulators. Ladies, they are stimulators. Stimulators for you. If you say that time, like we were saying last week, hormones, we don't have what. They are sex stimulators for women, which you as a man, if your wife says she's not in the mood, you take your stimulator. Some are remote controlled, ladies. You just wear it. Or just put it between your thighs. Your husband control it. You as a man, you can control the level. You want your your wife to be high. To which level? Then she will beg you. She will beg you for it. So sex toys. I also didn't know about this. Sex toys are very nice. They are stimulators for ladies with remote controls just for your bedroom. We only think when it's sex toys, it's rubber things. No, there are so many things. And what I've learned from the educated people, the sex therapists, people who specializes in this thing that we do in the bedroom, they say, which is the other topic I'm going to, they say, men forgive me in advance. They say men's nicest or the favorite part or the nicest or the G spot of a man is between his bums. Ladies, hello. How you do it, it's for another day. If I'm sponsored, or if you invite me to a kitchen party, or if you invite me, because as a woman, there are certain things I'm allowed to talk about here. There are certain things I can't tell you deeper that I've learned. So ladies, know that between your husband bum, that's where his favorite, that's where his most tingling part is. So sometimes, because our husband can't tell us this, who can tell his wife that the manure place is my nicest place? So I was like, sex therapist, so you mean our husbands like it there? Did you show me? Because I wasn't so sure. And they've got these doors with which they demonstrate. And he showed me. I'm like, huh? So how do I make him there now? I'm a woman. And he told me, I can't tell you because it's deep stuff. I've got respected people here. But if you want, invite me. Jobek, Deben, anyway. Invite me, ladies. I'm now learned. I've learned. I can show you, I can teach you how to use it, how to do it. And you'll be shocked. What are the things that are driving our men crazy out there? Now, before my time runs out, whilst this video is still nice, let me go to the other side. Ladies, prostitutes, I want you to understand this. When you use the word prostitute, think twice. Think twice, yo. Because they don't look like the ones we meet on the streets. They don't look like those ones in red zones. Professional prostitutes, ladies, are real women. Real girl. I'm talking about the real girls on flick. The real girls on flick. Even yourself, you say, my husband, I understand why you cheated. You just fold your hands like this and say, my husband, I understand. Hello, Spau. So, ladies, well, before you insult your husband about going to prostitutes, think twice about it. You might be insulting yourself. You might be insulting yourself because those ladies say, we are better than their wives in the house. Your husbands are complaining with your demands. You want Peruvian weave. You want this and that. You want this and that, but you are not giving good service. You are spending more of his money than a prostitute. But when it comes to service, dololo, 20 out of 100%, 20%, ladies. They say we are giving 20%. But the prostitutes, they pay 3,000. They get 110%. We in the house, we want house bills paid, children, nice schools, everything done. But when it comes to service, dololo. So if you are the one of those women that when you want something from your husband, you go to your husband, that day, that night, you spin his head around. You show him what you have because you want money to buy this Peruvian weave. My sister, you are also yourself, you are a prostitute. Because a prostitute is someone who gets payment for whatever he wants. So even if you are in the marriage, if you do something and you know you want to ask your husband for something tomorrow, you give him extra, hot, pepper tonight. Because you know tomorrow you want money to go buy clothes. Tomorrow you want something, you are also a prostitute. Because a prostitute provides that service for money. So every time you do something extra for your husband in the bedroom, and you know you want to ask him for something, also know that yourself you're a prostitute. So before you say prostitute, think twice. That's what those ladies say. They say we are better because when they come to us, it's a once-off due and we give them everything they want. So ladies, I'm moving to another group, side chicks. Prostitutes is a whole long, I can talk whole 2 hours about prostitutes because I've learned a lot from them, which I'm going to use for myself. In my future marriage, I've learned a lot. Girls, I've learned. Call me Leonardo. I've learned. And it's good to learn. If you are watching this video, learn, my sister. Repeat what watching it, repeat watching it. Make your husband watch it. Go buy sex toys together. Look for all those things. Experiment in your marriage. Experiment in your relationship. And your young ones, teach them. So that when they go, they are not like us. They don't go not knowing. When they got into marriage, let them get in the marriage knowledgeable, knowing that it's a full-time work. Our husbands are demanding. It's a full-time work. It's not joking. It's a full-time work. So please, teach the young ones, old women that are watching this video. Share it with the young ones that are mature or those that you see are ready for marriage. Please invite me to kitchen party. Don't be shy. Holler me in my inbox. Now we are going to side chicks. What is it that side chicks do? Who are these side chicks? Again, it's women like you and me. But these ones, they are not full-time professional sex workers. These ones are the ones you meet when you go to the club, when you go to a bar, or in the street, or your house, or your complex where you stay, or at college. These ones are not professional sex workers. These are women just like you and me. Normally they are young girls, young teenage girls, or they are just past their teenagehood, or they are not yet ready to settle down. They are just playing. What do they want? Side chicks want money, ching, and maintenance. They want to maintain the life that they can't afford. So these are women on the side, or they are single women, or they are divorced, or they are widowed, or they are just a woman that haven't found someone to marry them. And they meet your husband. What do? They also do their best. But the difference between these side chicks and prostitute is what we need to understand. A side chick would want to take the husband forever. A prostitute just wants to retain him. If it's every Thursday, if it's every Friday, if it's every Saturday. And listen, ladies, don't say your husband is at work. Prostitutes are busy in the morning. Morning to 3 p.m. is their busiest hours. Not in the evening. They are busy during the day, ladies. Hello. Don't say he comes back home on time. He only went to work. Appointments are made during the day, days in advance. Some have got schedules. They actually know from this time to this time is this one. From this time to this time is this one. They've got diaries. But side chicks wants to take your husband or your partner forever. He wants that one to be his. So side chicks sometimes are people that know you. So they know everything about you. Side chicks can be your best friend. Ladies, I'm going to talk about it. Like the other guy asked me last week on the video, who are these men cheating with? They are cheating with women. We are each other's enemy. So ladies, side chicks, when your husband goes to a prostitute, he's paying money. But when he goes to a side chick, it's a different scenario. Side chicks, I met side chicks who say, but their agenda is to win this man forever. The other one, she says she's accomplished already. She got the man. The man left her, a wife or a family, whatever. The other one, she's still working very hard. Those women who do the work extra hard than prostitute to win your men. They will do anything. My sisters, side chicks will do anything in this world to win your husband. If I mean anything, I mean anything. If they believe in juju, they'll use juju. If they believe in water, they will use water. Whatever they believe in, they will use. So our enemies, ladies, when our men cheat, they cheat with girlfriends. Some start as girlfriends. And because they enjoy the benefits or whatever your husband gives them, they end up being side chicks. But initially, they don't start as side chicks. They just start as a girlfriend. And it improves. And some husbands, they say, especially African men want attachment. So African men want attachment. Whereas the other races, they just want to pay for a service, get service done, go back to their wives. But African men, prostitutes even says, some begs them to marry them. They beg prostitutes to marry them. They want prostitutes to leave their business so that they can be permanent side chicks. That's African men. I heard about African men, my brothers. You are begging for prostitutes to be permanent wives because of the services you are getting out there. So ladies, our African men, if you're married to an African man, know that they want attachment and they are possessive. They want that person to be theirs only. That's why they end up having a side chick or a small house, because they want that woman to be his second wife. Is that polygamy thing in them? They want two. Some can even go to an extent of having three. The other lady told me, I know I'm not the only one. It's 4 of us. So ladies, you are not competing with one woman. You are not competing with 2 women. Sometimes it's 5 of you. And you never know. And you don't even know. And yes, we men of the cloth are also have got side chicks. In the church, this I will not be ashamed to say it. There are side chicks in the church, ladies. When you, Papa, let's go to church. Forcing your husband, let's go to church. There are side chicks in the church also waiting for your husband. So, learn, have wisdom. They say, before I go to the next one, how many minutes am I left with? Wow. Ladies and gents, I'm running out of time here. So, that's not only, I'll go deeper. These topics are broader. Prostitutes is the other one. Side chicks, it's even broader. But the side chicks, that's what they are maintained. They pay the rentals, they buy food. It's like another wife. It's like another you on the side. So when your husband has got a side chick, has got another you on the side, which means what you do, that one can also do. The difference between a side chick and a prostitute is a prostitute works with the time. Your husband cannot sleep over because the bill is large. So husbands don't want to go to prostitute unless they want sex toys. Similarity with the side chicks and us is, some side chicks are just like us in the sense that they also don't know about these sex toys and these other stuff. They are women like us, you and me, married in these relationships. So what we do is what they do. There's nothing familiar there. Now, ladies, let me introduce to you the shocking competitor we have. It's Women's Month. Let's learn. Our shocking competitor that I found out, which even shocked me. Number 4, who our husband cheats with. Where do our husbands go? Ladies, our husbands are now going to other men. Yes, you heard me. Men like him. You heard me, my sister. A man like him. These are our competitor number 3. At first, we used to know prostitutes. We moved from prostitute, we went to side chicks. Now we have got men. Ladies, this one is the most dangerous one. This one is the most dangerous one. Ladies, we must pray for this one. This one is worse than all the other men. This one is the worst, the destroyer. Once your husband goes to another man, we are finished, oh. You are finished the Nigerian way. You are finished, oh, my sister. Because the sex educators, the professionals, the people that learned about these relationships, they say the only person who understands or knows how to satisfy a man is another man. Hello, sisters. Hello. I know you call it demons, you call it demonic, you call it whatever. But it's better to know than not to know. There is no person that can compete with you better than you, than another man. Because he is a man. He knows exactly where he needs to be touched, how he wants it to be done. So the moment your husband or your partner goes to another man, you are finished, oh. The marriage is as good as over. As much as you think you are better than a man, my sister, when your husband, according to the professionals and the research, Europe, America, Africa, Asia, even in continents and countries where it's an abomination, it's the truth is husbands are opening up themselves to being gay, and they are preferring their same sex compared to women. Even the prostitutes are crying. Ladies, prostitutes are crying. They are saying we have got new competitors on the market, which are men. And I had an opportunity of interviewing a male prostitute. He says he is busy, very busy with married men. He says he is busy with married men who wants to experiment with him. And he says they keep coming back. I say all of them. He said all of them. They keep coming back. Ladies, unfortunately, due to my religion and my personality, I want to go deeper on this one. I want to tell you much on this one. But on a woman to woman, where my respectable people are not or will not have access to this video, I would delve more or tell you more about this one. But ladies, our prostitutes on the streets are crying. Their male counterparts are becoming busier than them. Men are now preferring men compared to females. You will be shocked. The side chick you think is your husband's side chick is just a name. It's a he, not a she. Wake up, ladies. The one you think is his best friend, it might not be a best friend. It might be your side chick that comes to your house. You even cook for your side chick and you won't know. And the educators, the professionals says men like to experiment with their besties, which is very shocking. Now, personally, I was like, I'm not gonna feel comfortable with my partner, with his best friend. So, ladies, we need to be on our knees and pray, because this one called man is a dangerous one. You can't tell who he is. One, you can't find him. Maybe it's your friend's husband. You say, our friends, they play together. These ones, they are faithful. They're always together. If they're not at our house, they're at your house. Behind the two of you, they've got their own side place where they go to do their business. They are renting. They've got their hotels or their rooms or their bed and breakfast where they go to, your husband and your friend's husband. So, ladies, wisdom. Not only women are your enemies. Not only women are your enemies. Get education, get knowledge, stay on your knees and pray. The devil hates marriage. The devil hates good relationships. The devil hates good things. Our husbands are being tempted. And the sex educator, these people, the professors said, he says why men, when they go to other men, won't come back is because they do it where their most sensitive, nicest part is, which you as a woman can never reach or can never do unless you go for sex education. This sex therapist, guys, if you Google sex therapist, you go on Google. You Google sex therapist near me. If you go to those people, you can go as a couple. They will teach you how to satisfy your husband. You can tell me, okay, my sister, let's say I found out, I'm left with 3 minutes. Let's say I found out my husband is doing it with other men. What do I do? Go for counseling. Can he change? Yes, he can change. Can he leave a side chick? Yes, he can. Can he leave going to prostitutes? Yes, he can. What do you do? Communication. Open communication. Maintain a healthy and strong relationship. Have the ability to communicate freely about his sexuality. Ladies and gentlemen, be open in your relationship. Talk about your needs, talk about your wants, and find ways to satisfy each other in your bedroom than going out. 1, it's healthy. 2, peace of mind. 3, it's godly. You create a healthy, godly relationship. Due to my time, I'm running out of time. I'm left with 2 minutes. I'm going to give you, ladies, empower you with these words. Maintaining a strong relationship. Care. Communicate with your husband. Honest discussions about sex. Talk to him about sex toys. Experiment with them. Go to the shops, buy. Also be willing to experiment. Be willing to experiment with these toys, with him. Make your bedroom exciting with new things. Not the things we are taught at the kitchen party, we are taught before we are married. No, they are done with those ones. There are new things coming every day. When they go to a side chick or a prostitute who has got those things, he can get carried away. Like they always say, men are like children. They easily get carried away. So keep up to date. Keep up with knowledge. Keep following my channel as I'll be sharing you. As I learn, I will be empowering you. As I'll be learning, you also will be learning. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank you. As much as I couldn't finish to talk about everything that I've learned this week, I would like to thank you for your opportunity. Please share this video, subscribe to my channel, and make others come and join. Have a great, fun weekend, young couples, married people. Experiment and have fun. Enjoy, and may God bless you. Thank you very much. I'm your girl, Kiriteng Jean Kobole Chirenje. I'm out. Bye.